Hi, I'm Rachel and welcome to Yield and Grace. As always, my videos are not financial advice and always do your own research before investing. Everyone loves the idea of passive income, getting paid while you sleep, weekly distributions, financial freedom, not trading your time for money. But here's the truth no one talks about. Most people quit right before it actually starts working. They invest, they wait, they get their first small payout, and then they think, that's it? This doesn't feel life-changing. I thought passive income was supposed to feel exciting. So then they stop. But what if I told you that boring is actually a sign that you're doing it right? What if the phase that feels underwhelming is the exact phase where wealth is being built quietly in the background? Because passive income doesn't test your intelligence. It tests your psychology. We live in an instant gratification world. You post on social media, you expect likes immediately. You work, you expect your paycheck every 2 weeks. You invest $500, and subconsciously, you want results right now. But passive income does not work on that timeline. The first dividend might be $2, then $5, then $12. And that's the moment most people mentally check out. They don't say it out loud, but they think, this isn't worth the effort. I should be doing something faster, or I might be doing something wrong. But here's the reframe. That first $2 is not small, it's evidence. It proves the system works. It proves money can be earned without selling time. And it proves that you've planted something that can grow. Everyone wants that $2,000 a week lifestyle, but very few are willing to sit patiently in the $2 phase without quitting. I know this very well because I started out with traditional quarterly dividend stocks. And although I was only getting paid 20 to 30 cents a quarter, I knew that that money was planting seeds for a future of generational wealth. It couldn't even buy me a coffee at the time, but I knew that it was planting those seeds and they were taking root for the bigger picture. Compounding is psychologically uncomfortable because it's invisible at first. It's like going to the gym for 2 weeks and checking the mirror every single day. You're doing the work, but nothing looks different yet. So your brain assumes this isn't working. But under the surface, something is happening. With passive income, the early phase is all roots. Reinvesting, staying consistent, and letting time do the heavy lifting. And then one day, usually when you're not expecting it, you look at your payouts and think, wow, this actually grew faster than I thought. But most people never experience that moment. Not because compounding doesn't work, but because they quit before it had time to accelerate. No one warns you about how emotional passive income investing can be. Not the highs, but the waiting. Waiting tests your patience. Waiting tests your confidence. And waiting tests whether you truly believe in what you're building. Like I said before, I remember when my distributions could not even cover a coffee for me, but I still treated those distributions with respect because it was not about the amount, but it was about proof. If you can't respect $10, then you can't compound to 10,000. When you respect those small returns, you train yourself to handle the bigger ones responsibly. Most investors don't fail because they chose the wrong stock or ETF. They fail because emotionally, they couldn't sit with slow long enough for it to become meaningful. There are two very different mindsets in the market. Traders chase excitement. Compounders chase consistency. Traders wake up asking, what's moving today? Compounders wake up asking, what is my portfolio paying me this week? Passive income investors think in years. They don't panic over daily price swings because their focus is cash flow. They don't need adrenaline, they need endurance, and endurance builds freedom. Here's why most people quit passive income investing. They track price instead of progress. If you only watch your portfolio's daily value, you'll always feel behind. Markets fluctuate and emotions do follow. But when you track income, weekly, monthly, yearly, you see something very different. and that's momentum. That's why documenting your progress matters so much. Every payout, no matter how small, is proof that you're building something that pays you back, even in volatile markets, even when prices dip, and even when it feels slow. So if you are a beginner and just starting out, track your income. Screenshot that first payout and celebrate it quietly. Then keep going. The psychology of passive income is simple but not easy. You have to believe before you see results. You have to compound through boring seasons. And you have to fall in love with consistency, not speed. Because one day, that same portfolio that only paid you $2 might pay you $2,000. And you'll realize it was never about getting rich quick. It was about being disciplined enough, patient enough, grounded enough to stay wealthy long term.